welcome back, people. Welcome back, and we're here today again with some more Liverpool transfer news. And before I get into the video, we are on the road to 100 subs. I think we're on 88 at the moment, so everyone keep that going. But before, let me just put the header in. Road to 100 subs. Each time we go to 100, it will change each time. So I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Any of the new subscribers, big up to everyone else there. Hit the like button, guys, and subscribe. But also, before we get into the video, I was in Uncle Rod's live, and there was Callum from Coppish there as well. So big up to those two guys there, and had a great show. So anyone that hasn't missed it, do go back and watch it on Uncle Rod's channel. But before we get into the video, you know how we always do in this channel. A nice little header, transfer updates. Let's go. And the first thing we're going to talk about is news that's just dropped quite recently. And I'm going to add it to the screen here, guys. And that is about our striker, hopefully, that we get. We're interested in. And that is Alexander Isak. Let me just zoom in there for you guys. So you guys can see what I'm thinking, looking at. It's about anything in Liverpool. And you see the outlet at the bottom at George C. Picon. Hopefully I said it correctly. It says, new Liverpool are looking to add an attacking player. Alexander Isak is the number one target. They will try and negotiate a lower price with Newcastle by including a player in that deal. Now, for this one, I think we've all known for a long time now that Alexander Isak is Liverpool's number one target in the transfer market. We do have a kind of thing where we're going to have to be in a rush to get a strikers in now that Gokeres is on the way on to Newcastle and Oshman looks like he's going to go to Galatasaray. So those are the only really ones I wanted as my favourites. There is Etitike, which we'll get there in a moment. But hopefully this deal can be sorted quickly. But in my opinion, I think this deal might take 2 to 3 weeks. Because I think Newcastle will be haggling around with the structure of the deal and also the money they want for Isak. It's going to be a big transfer, but as you can see here, there has been some news or whispers out there that Liverpool will be including a player in it. And my gist of what I'm thinking in my head, the only player that I think that Newcastle might be interested in is Elliott and maybe like a Joe Gomez. That's the two players I think that Newcastle might be poised to take. But as well as that, I'm going to scroll down, and this ties into the Isak news. Etitike is also being wanted by Newcastle. Now, it says here, Newcastle are hoping to finally land Hugo Etitike in an ambitious effort to make him play alongside Isak rather than replace him. Now, this one is a crazy one for me because Isak and Etitike, they're both strikers. Yeah, and I don't think Etitike is a winger. So that is a tricky one there. I'm confused on why Newcastle want to play Etitike out on the wings, even though he may come from the left when he's coming inside playing for Frankfurt. But for me, these two are Liverpool targets. And as things are going in with the Nunez deal, which we'll talk about in a moment, it doesn't look too great, in my opinion. But for me, Isak is what we have to go for. I don't really feel that STK is going to be the one that's going to come in and, start banging in goals and winning us trophies, because we do need an out-and-out number 9. And in my opinion, at Liverpool, we are at a stage where we don't have time for projects at this moment in time. Hence why a lot of our project players in the squads, for example, stuff like Ben Dokes, you have your Kumas as well. We also have Jaden Dans is mostly the player, I think, in my opinion, that's closer to the first team than anyone else. But we do have quite a lot of project players in the team that Liverpool look like they're going to be shipping out, even like Tyler Morton, for example. But some of these players I'd like to keep at the club for a squad, because I think sometimes people do forget, if we get rid of all these players, who is going to play, the FA Cup games, the Carabao Cup games, even in the Champions League games, if we need to rest a few players, I think those players can fill in the squad. So it's going to be a tricky one. But for me, I think Liverpool at this moment in time, where we are at, we need someone to come into the team that can score goals for the now, and that is Isak for me. That's the number one target. That's the only target I would want, because that's the only target available that has the good enough quality to bring to the squad. That, for example, if we get Isak, you can kind of say we're guaranteed the league, but that's more of seeing how the team would go together. So we'd have Isak and we'd have Salah and then we have Wirtz, and we have Diaz and Gakpo on the left hand side. Now that front five, front four, if you said that in anyone else in the league, you'd say they'd win the title. So that's where that confidence is coming from. So that is what I feel like we should do. STK coming in is more of a project. Yes, he might come in and do well, but it's not guaranteed. With Isak, we're guaranteed goals to come in and do well. And as Callum said on the show on Uncle Ross channel, he thinks I asked him a question: who scores more goals, Isak or Salah? He said simply they'll share it. So there you go. There, share the golden boot, and that's what I'm on, man. I want players to come in and score goals and take the load of Salah as well, so he's not so much stressful under. He's kind of like not a one man team, but we relied on him a lot last season for goals and output with assists. So we do need to get someone that can share the load up front. So that's my opinion on that one. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Is Isak coming into Liverpool, and do you think TK is a perfect fit for number 2 if we don't get Isak as our number 1? So let me know, guys. Just to let you know, throughout the video, I'm going to let you know, please like the video and subscribe. Trying to get to 100 subs as well, guys. Trying to get up there and put yourself out there on this channel as also. So I appreciate if you guys hit the likes there. So I'm bringing you some top news. I'm going to talk about this player next, and it's another striker. And you guys will know what I'm talking about, all right? And there's some news that this deal has fallen through, which can be annoying for us. And I'll just mention it here. And it's this guy here, Darwin Nunez. Now, it says here, links is from Sky Sports. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. It says Napoli have decided to abandon the pursuit of Darwin Nunez deal due to Liverpool's high asking price. That is stingy, stingy, stingy. Napoli don't want to pay the value of Darwin Nunez because they want to be stingy. Now, this for me is quite annoying. Not on Liverpool's side, because I agree with Liverpool trying to get the money for Darwin Nunez. I fully agree. The offer that they did was ridiculous for Darwin Nunez. I don't know why they did that. But the only thing is, there's news that Darwin Nunez is saying he's happy to stay at Liverpool. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't want him at the club anymore, not in a rude way. I just don't think he's good enough. Yes, he can contribute as a backup striker, but we need to get players in that's going to just go in and score us goals. Your job as a striker is to score goals, and that's what I'd want. Yes, he can play backup games, for example, like FA Cup, Carabao Cup. But for me, we have other players that's coming through, like Jayden Danns. I'd rather give him a chance than give Nunez. Nunez has had 3 years to do well at Liverpool, and he hasn't taken any of his chances. Yes, he scored some goals. Goals that come to mind with the Brentford when we won 2-0. He scored 2 goals. But yeah, man, I'm done with him now. Let me know what you guys think about Darwin Nunez, if you want to stay at the club or do you want Liverpool to sell him, because we do need the money to build another squad and get a striker. And I think the Nunez money would have helped Liverpool do that, as well as the Diaz stuff, because Diaz has been twerking to go to Barcelona. That failed, and now Bayern did that rubbish deal of 44 million. So a lot of these teams are trying to fleece Liverpool, which I don't like. But yeah, Nunez, for me, I'm done with him. The sooner he leaves the club, the better for me, in my opinion. 3 years at a top club at Liverpool is more than enough to try and reach the heights of your talent. So it's not giving me confidence that he would end up being a good player for Liverpool. But yeah, we're at the stage of winning Premier Leagues, and we want to try and win Champions Leagues. We can't have players like this at the club, in my opinion. I know it might sound harsh, but we're up there now where we need world-class players in their positions that are at least going to score 20 goals a season, especially in the Prem. We need a 20-goal season striker in the Prem alone. We can't just leave that all on Salah. But you guys let me know what you think about this Nunez deal, okay? Right. Let me move on from this one, because the Nunez, I thought we was going to be done with Nunez, but unfortunately, that news came out that he might actually be staying. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he doesn't stay, guys. Now, this is going to be a quick one. Now, next one is one of our centre-backs. And this is something that's one of the most annoying things that's happened in this transfer saga so far. And that is Konate. So this news has come out 4 hours ago. It says Ibrahim Konate has turned down Liverpool's contract offer until 2030. Sources Nico Shiraka. Hopefully I say his name correctly. So let me know in the comments below if the name is correct. But This one is a bit annoying because I'm a big fan of Konate and I don't want to see him leave. I would rather Liverpool sort this out because he's top five centre backs in the Premier League. He's one of the reasons why we've won the Prem and done so well far this season. Do I think there's a player out that we can replace him? Not really. There are other players who I think is a level below him, like you got Murillo from Nottingham Forest. Actually, both the centre back. I think it's Sankovic? You guys let me know if I said his name correctly for Nottingham Forest, but both of those centre backs is an option player that I'd definitely take for Liverpool to bring in. I know Liverpool are linked with Mark Gahey, but Mark Gahey is a quality player, but he's a level below Konate as well because Konate offers good aerial threat and tracking ability when defending. As you guys know, he was basically playing right back and centre back in stages because he had to cover those two positions when Trent was going forward last season, which ultimately costed him some injuries, in my opinion, looking back at it. But this one is a bit tricky because I'm not sure what's going on here because we don't know what the money Liverpool is offering Konate. So we can't like even say or if he's being greedy or not. So for example, if he was getting the 200k, why not give Konate 200k if he's asking for 200k? But maybe further along the line, we might know what's going on. So it could be murmurs. This might not even be true. But these kind of messages have been coming out the last couple of weeks or so about Konate turning down the contract. If he, like, as a fan, for example, I'd like him to stay out his contract. But as a business, if you're thinking as a club, you're thinking, well, if you're not going to stay, we're just going to cash in. Because I know Uncle Rod is on that line of if you don't want to play, we'll cash you in. Or if not, if we can't sell you, you can go train with the under 23s, and it's a World Cup year as well. So would that happen? I don't think Liverpool's a club that's going to treat a player badly like that. So we have to wait and see and watch this space with this one. So hopefully for me, this news can just be sorted out and we hear that Konate signed a new contract because we need him in our squad and he's going to be hard to replace. You would have thought, I was saying this on Uncle Rod's show, for a team that's won the Premier League, a lot of players from the first team looks like they're on the way out. So, and it's not like it's fringe players. It's two players that are starting lineups and are crucial to how we play in our first 11. So it's a bit of a weird one. Hopefully Liverpool can sort it out. You guys let me know your comments below about this information on Konate. It's just gone. Will we keep Konate or will we see him leave? And let me know what you guys think about. Should we sell him or let him rot in under 23s? How some people think it is. Like for me, I'd rather him just play, but I know that everyone's gonna have different opinions. Put all your comments below, man. We can chat about it in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think about that one. Now, we did get some more transfer news today also as well. So let me remove this from here. And there is this one here. Let me stop the screen for a second. Now, there's a player from, let me see what team he plays for now here. I did see this that was recently coming out, and that was there's a growing desire to bring in a younger centre back at Liverpool. That is why Giovanni Leone, is that Leone has been watched by Liverpool. This is by David Lynch on, I think, one of his shows. I don't know what Substack is, but yeah, that was there. That's linked in. Now, I don't know much about this centre back, but it looks like he's a promising star from the European League. So anyone in the comment that knows what this player plays like, I'm not going to pretend like I know who he is, but this is some of the transfer news. We do need centre backs in the club, as the news of Konate leaving, and we've already lost Kwanzaa. And the Mark Gahey news has actually quietened down this past week. I haven't heard anything else. The last thing we heard was that Liverpool were in contact with his representatives sorting out a contract deal. But also with Mark Gahey, he was posted in Crystal Palace pictures for the first team, and Eze wasn't. So that's not giving me much confidence in this moment in time about the deals that's coming out with Liverpool. But that's what I have here for so far. And with this one, let me remove this for the screen. I'm going to put Road to 100 subscribers back on there. So you guys let me know what you think is happening with Liverpool at the moment, because it is starting to get a little bit scary with the striker options, because we only got two options left now, really, which is Isak and Etitike. It looks like the Isak deal might take a long time. We know that there was news of Isak having a chat with Eddie Howe when he came back from his holiday. So we're waiting on that to see what's happened, so see how that's progressed. And it looks like Liverpool has told STK that, you know what, you're our second option, and if we get the Isak deal, obviously Liverpool going for him, going for Isak. But if not, STK would be Liverpool's first option. But sometimes when you tell these players that you're our second options, it could bite us in the back later on, because some players might respect themselves and be like, you know what, even though Liverpool's a big club, I don't like being disrespected. So we have to wait and see there on that one. But yeah, man, big up you guys for anyone that's tuned in and watch this video. Hit the like button. Let's try to get 20 likes in this video. I'm trying to get to 100 subs as well, and I will be doing a live stream or the pressing game with Footy Reacts on Sunday. I think the game starts at 3 o'clock, so we're gonna do a joint live stream. So we're gonna share it from here, and from his channel, it's gonna be on my channel as well. So yeah, man, big up everyone that's tuned in. Hope you guys are doing well, most importantly. And then yeah, man, go and enjoy the sun. It's a nice day today, and I'll see you guys in another video, man. Peace out, everyone.